Good afternoon, leaders. I'd like to confirm if I'm being heard. Good afternoon, everyone, or good day. Thank you. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Leader Beverly. Thank you. All right. Leaders, I'd like to welcome you once again to our Leadership Masterclass. I'd like to thank you immensely for joining the Masterclass this afternoon or this noonday, taking into cognizance how busy each and every one of us are. Your commitment is highly appreciated. I'd like us to start first and foremost with an opening prayer, and I will be calling on if Leader Olivia, if you are able to unmute your mic and give us an opening prayer, please. Thank you.
Okay, singavala namehlo. Baba wethu ongcwele ayikho engenzeki kuwe. We come before your throne right now. We invited you to this meeting. Baba wethu ongcwele, we are from different backgrounds. Size kuwe nkulunkulu wethu. We are praying for your presence. We are praying for unity. We are praying for amehlo kamoya nezindlebe zokukuzwa. Sikhulekela baba wethu ongcwele ukuthi this thing eqalwe nguwe kungabikho noyedwa ozongena kiyo, abantwana bethu basizakale, imiphakathi yethu, Afrika yonke, izwe lonke. Sikhulekela the leaders of this baba wethu ongcwele benzele umusa to each and everyone, enlarge their territory, open doors baba wethu ongcwele for funding and everything whatsoever okuzokhulunywa la baba wethu ongcwele sinikela kuwe konke egameni lika Jesu. Ngenelela njengoNkulunkulu, sethembe wena baba, phakama thina siyehla egameni lika Kristu Jesu, in Jesus name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you for that powerful, energetic prayer. I'm really very grateful for that prayer. Thank you. We're moving to our next agenda. Before we start the masterclass, we're going to have our quick WIFO. Why are you here this beautiful noonday for this global masterclass? Can I request for Leader Jabulane? You're just the person on my screen right now. Is it possible you can unmute your mic and just tell us why are you here? Thank you.
Greetings to everyone.
Greetings, sir.
My wife for today, when I heard about this great organization, my interest was to get more information, be detailed, and then to help some people which need some help. And then I'm grateful to be part of this family. I'm asking God to help us from the beginning until we really function. And then I'll be glad too if He can give us wisdom to complete this journey. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Leader. That's amazing. Thank you for this waifu. Leaders, thank you. Thank you. I want to, first of all, before I start this class, I want to thank everyone who has just joined in this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. A big appreciation to the global president of the Informal Economic Development Forum. A big thank you to the deputy president, to the continental chair of the Informal Economic Development Forum for giving me this opportunity to take this class again. My name is Leader Mary Otibu. I am the IEDF Global Head for Leadership Training and Development, and I'll be chairing this class this noonday. Leaders, thank you so much for joining in the call. I do believe that we're going to be having a very interesting session, short but very interesting. Before I go into the class for today, I just want to remind us again why this Global Executive Masterclass. This class is for every one of us who intends or who has the call of God upon their life to make a difference in their world, in your country, in your community, just like Leader Jabulani just mentioned to us this afternoon. This is your call, and you have accepted that call by being in this class this noonday. The IEDF, our core vision, which we have been saying, all through the master classes, is the eradication of poverty here on earth. Through you and I, we are taking every step at a time to making sure that we come up with programs, we come up with projects in our community to eradicate poverty. And that's why we're here in this call this afternoon. So before today, last week, our global president had taken us through accountability last week. And I believe most of us leaders, if you were here, we learned so much on accountability, in the quest of getting the Vision 2030, which is the eradication of poverty in our communities by the year 2030. This vision can only be attained by you and I. Today, leaders, we are entering chapter 6. Why do we come together these afternoons to discuss the master classes? Why are you not reading or going online just to read the master class? The reason why we are having to come together is so that we all can see that we are a global family. There are leaders from different countries on this call. So the fact that you're on this call means that it's not about you alone. It's about all of us joining hands together to making sure that we can develop programs to eradicate poverty in our communities, in our countries, and of course, globally. So chapter 6, that's where we are today. The chapter 6, we're talking about faith. Faith is the bedrock of any global movement. Remember, leaders, the IEDF is not a religious organization. I like to say that again. The IEDF is not a religious organization. We have people from different countries, different faith in this room right now. However, the word faith is the word we're looking at today, which talks about what we so believe. As a movement, the IEDF is a movement. As a movement, there must be certain things that we surely believe. When we come together in these master classes that the global president has been having, and I'm seconding him, we come together to strengthen ourselves. We come together to strengthen our belief system. We must all speak the same voice, believe the same, have the same ideology to be able to perform in the right momentum. So, what is faith? Our topic today in chapter 6 is faith as the foundation to getting our global vision to fruition. Faith is an amazing word because without faith, there is no movement. What is faith? Today, we're going to be talking about that word faith, which every transformational leaders like you and I must have. Remember, faith is not a religious word. Faith is not an emotional word. Without faith, there is no movement. And when there is no movement, leaders, there is no change. So what is that faith? Faith is the ability, leaders. And when we're talking today, I'm not just talking to you about IEDF. You will need to also relate it with your individual organization, your individual tasks, your goals for 2026. Faith is the belief in a future that you have not yet seen. Faith is believing in a future that you cannot yet prove. Leaders on this call, the world waits for proof. Leaders move before approve. I'm going to say that again. The world is waiting for proof. All right? The world is waiting for the right conditions for things to work in our communities. But leaders move without proof. Your ability to move without proof is your faith. Now, faith is not blind. Faith is vision with conviction. Are we convinced? I love what leader Jabulani said, you know, in his wifeful. He said, I'm here because when I heard about IEDF, I believe, that's the word, I believe that I can do something in my community. I believe I can help somebody else. That's the conviction that brought him to this call this afternoon. So faith is vision with conviction. I don't know that we might say, oh, how possible is it for us to eradicate poverty in the year 2030? But that's the vision. And the vision comes with a conviction. So faith as leaders is a force. Faith is a force. I'm going to give us quick examples of men and women who had faith, who were convinced on a particular cause, and they made it happen. And these are people you know. The first is Nelson Mandela. He believed in a reconciliation between the whites and the black even before the nation was ready. Did it happen? Absolutely, it did. What about Martin Luther King Jr.? He spoke about a dream before laws could change. He believed that in America, that the blacks and the whites will have the same privilege. Today, it happened. Mother Teresa also saw dignity in poor people. That conviction led to certain movement, and it happened. Another leader, Wangari, planted trees when others saw barren land. Now, what am I saying? I'm giving us examples of men and women who had faith, who had vision with conviction. They believed in it, they pursued it, and it became a reality. So, leadership without faith becomes management. The reason why you're here today is because you've got faith in the IEDF. You have faith in what the call of God is upon your life. Leadership without faith becomes management. Leadership with faith becomes transformation. And the objective of this master classes in the next few more weeks to go is to raise 10,000 transformational leaders. Leaders are not raised by just sitting on our own. When we come together, we share ideologies, we share vision, we propel ourselves, and everyone receives the fire to go into their community and begin to act. So leadership without faith becomes management. We're not raising managers. We are raising people of faith, people of conviction who will lead to transformational leaders. Faith becomes our evidence. Faith before evidence. I'm going into another discussion now. Faith before evidence. What do we do when we do not have enough money? Do we wait? If you wait for enough money, you wait for enough people, you wait for enough support, or you wait for a perfect conviction, you may never begin. But faith says, I will move with what I have now. And this is critical, leaders, for our global mission. And what is our global mission? We keep saying it. We are eradicating poverty by the year 2030. That is our mission. We are saying we are eradicating poverty. Do you see it? Do you believe it? Do you have faith in it? All right. So we must see it, we must believe in it, and we must then move. That's what faith is all about. Taking those actions, even though you might not feel like it, you don't look like it, you might not look like it's ever achievable. But yes, it is, because if all of us in this group, in this room today, agree with one voice, then it is achievable. And that's why we are having the sessions to build our faith. Now let's look at the masterclass, masterclass in proper, because this is just an introduction. Now, faith and the VSIRA. The VSIRA is our model in the IEDF, and we have been talking about the VSIRA all through these master classes. So how does faith connect directly to our vision? Without faith, vision dies. The VSIRA begins with our vision. The first V is the vision. But vision requires belief, leaders, before results. And that belief is our faith. Our faith fuels skill development. Our faith fuels incentives. Our faith fuels resource mobilization. And then our faith fuels our action plans. If you believe, you will then begin to have, people in your communities and in your sectors. You begin to have people together, and you start with your skill development incentives. We begin to talk about resource mobilization, and we put our action plans together. When leaders lose faith, system collapse. And that is why leaders, you can't be a standalone leader. When we come to the masterclass, the president shares the different models with us. We are energized, and we go back strengthened to do more. Without faith, the system collapses. So let's connect the faith to our CTASA model. And what is it? The C stands for call. What is that call on your life? The reason you're here is because you see deep within you that I can make a change. I can make a difference. And that's what the IEDF is all about. We're looking for people who have that call to make a change in their community. So call. Faith helps you to believe that you are called. Faith helps you to believe that you are called. The T in our CTASA is train. Faith helps you to endure development. And I really want to thank all of you who are here again this afternoon. It's because you've got faith. That's why you're here for this training. Faith helps you to endure development. Authority. Faith helps you to step into responsibility. We're not just here to listen, but we are here to action every training that we have received in this masterclass. Faith also helps us to move into certain territory, and that is our send. When we are sent, faith helps you to move into uncertain territories. Accountability in our CTASA model, faith helps you to stay on course. Faith helps you to stay on course. Faith is the invisible energy inside our CTASA. That's the reason you all are here this afternoon, because you do believe that you've got that call. You are here, accountable. You are here willing to be trained. You are here willing to receive some level of authority. And of course, you are here because you believe that you will be sent. So, faith under pressure. Remember, our vision will not come without pressure. The vision to eradicate poverty in 2030 is not a wishful thinking. It is a vision. Vision comes with opposition. Vision comes with challenges. But until we continue to have that faith, we may never achieve it. But that's why we are here. In our model, in our masterclass today, faith encourages us that when attendance is high, when money is flowing, people are praising us, our faith is high, even in your businesses and in your life. When you've got all the attention, you've got money flowing, just like the prayer our sister made, for us this afternoon, everything looks fine. Then you can believe and say, yes, I've got faith in this cause. But then what happens when your faith is tested? When numbers are dropping, when finances are stretching, and when criticism increases, what happens to our faith? Leaders, do we chicken out? Do we budge? Or we continue? Real leaders are revealed under pressure. Real leaders are revealed under pressure. If you have never been under pressure, you are not yet a leader. And if you do not have faith when you are under pressure, then you are not yet a leader. So pressure does not destroy your faith, leaders. Pressure exposes whether you actually ever had faith in your cause. Now, not just about the IEDF, not just about eradicating poverty in the year 2030. What about your personal endeavor? What about your organization, your businesses? Do you have faith when you are under pressure? So the same principle applies now that you are a leader or you are a member of IEDF. Pressure exposes whether you actually ever had faith. So the faith gap is the distance between where you are and where you said you are going. I want to say that again. The faith gap is that distance between where you are right now and where you say you are going. Are you ready to stick to the call, or you get tired and you jump out of the boat? So many leaders will fall into the gap. They start strong, all right, leaders. They hit difficulty, they reduce the vision, and they call it being realistic. I'm sure that has always happened when if you're a decision maker in your organization, you start strong, all right. When we hit difficulty, we begin to negotiate the vision, and then we give excuses by saying, oh, let's be realistic now. That is the gap between having faith in your vision. In IEDF, we are starting strong. No matter the difficulty, we are continuing. The vision remains, and we are not backing out. But transformational leaders like you and I, we don't shrink the vision. We grow our faith. We are audacious in IEDF. So, Vision 2030 leaders is bold. It's a bold statement, and we are taking, not just talking about it, we're taking the right steps, we're putting the right principles, we're getting the right leaders, we are developing the right team, all right, the winning team, and we are eradicating poverty, because poverty is it's a cause in our different nations, and together we can make a difference. All right. So faith is not just a speech, leaders. I believe we are together. Faith is not just a speech. Faith is a daily decision. Once again, thank you for joining, because that is today's decision, your faith to be on this call. We see some people exiting the call. We see some people joining the call. That is faith. If you don't believe in the vision, you will exit. If you believe in the vision, you will stay. So that is a daily vision, a daily decision you make when you join the masterclass. So how do you activate our faith as leaders? We activate our faith, leaders, when we revisit the vision. And that's the reason why we have meetings, we have masterclasses weekly, because we are revisiting the vision. We're making it alive. Visions don't, we don't embed vision in one day. It has to be a systematic, continuous, consistent deliberation until we all breathe it, we drink it, we walk it, we sleep it, we believe in it, and it becomes a reality. So leaders, never be tired of joining the masterclass, never be tired of joining the meetings, never be tired of engaging with the several sectors, in the IEDF, because until we continue to revisit our vision daily, we may never achieve it. Second, we must surround ourselves with like minds. Leaders who believe in the vision, they are not putting you down, but they are engaging with you to see how we can make things better in our community. Surround yourself with the right leaders. In your organization, surround yourself with the right team members who believe in the cause, in your cause, in your organization, and of course in IED. Let us track progress. That's our number third. We're talking about how to activate faith. Tracking progress, even your small wins. Whatever it is you are doing, share with us. Let's know what is happening in your community. All right. If we see, remember I told you, we are all here from different walks of life, from different communities, from different countries. When we come together, we find out that it's not a one-man show. We are many. I like us to just put a thumbs up on that. We are many. So if we share our small wins, we begin to encourage one another. That's how to track progress and make the vision alive. Let's keep the vision alive. Let's track progress. Number 4, we speak positivity. We speak possibility. I'm a person of possibility. All things are possible, not limitations. Yes, are there challenges? Absolutely. But these challenges can be overcome. So we will speak possibilities in all our endeavors, and then we take action before you even feel ready. Never wait until you are ready. You just take action, and that's faith. Faith is when you walk into that situation, you take action, and you know that something positive will come out of it. Action strengthens faith. Faith is an active word. Action strengthens faith. So for every day, we take positive actions towards the vision 2030, which is the eradication of poverty in the world, starting from Africa. All right. So, is the vision too big? Is the vision too big? It is not too big, because faith speaks the future into existence. Faith speaks the future into existence. Once again, I just want to always say that, remember that these master classes, beyond using these principles for our vision in IEDF, it's also very applicable to your personal life, to your personal project, to your organizational project. No vision is too big. Faith speaks the future into existence. Even if we do not fully accomplish it in our lifetime, at least we're moving towards it. And the movement is what changes community. At least let's keep moving. Let it be that in our lifetime, we dared to believe and we dared to act on our believing. Leaders, faith builds businesses like yours. Faith builds jobs. Faith builds leaders. Faith builds systems. Faith builds hope. Today, we are strengthening ourselves to believing on this cause. Without faith, poverty becomes permanent. We cannot depend on the government. We cannot depend on our chiefs. We can make a difference in our communities. It starts with faith. Your business can make a difference. The jobs you are creating, the leaders we are creating. Remember, I said from the beginning that a movement starts first with a belief system. A belief system is a continuous communication until you become it, you dream it, you sing it, you sleep it, you act on it. It has not yet become a belief. So for every time we come together, we are building our belief system. We must all think alike before we can all speak alike. So these are the three major things that faith builds. It builds our businesses, it builds our jobs, it builds our leaders, it builds our system, it builds hope in our community. Without faith leaders, poverty becomes, with faith, poverty becomes temporal. But without faith, it becomes permanent. So today, we are commissioning each and every one of us to stand strong, close, and control. Today we ask you, are you a manager of circumstances or are you a leader of faith? Are you a manager of circumstances, leaders, or are you a leader of faith? I am not a manager of circumstance. Absolutely not. I am a leader of faith. I dare to believe. All right. So will you speak about it, or you will build, or will you just speak about what you want to do, or you will build and act on your faith? Our communities do not need cautious observers. Leaders, we need courageous builders like you and I. Leaders who believe before the result. Leaders who dare to act. Leaders who move before the applause. I'm not particular about the applauses. We move. Leaders who stay when even others quit. All right. So if you believe, that we can change our world, if you believe poverty can be beaten, if you believe communities can arise, if you believe that we can multiply leaders, then continue to attend these masterclasses, leaders. I tell you, we are making a difference. We are changing the mindset of Africans, starting from you and I. Imagine how many people you have in your world, how many people you influence in your world. And when you come into this masterclass, it might just be one word that strikes you deeply, and you are sharing it to your members, you are sharing it to your community, you are telling them that we can have faith, we can make a difference. That is it. That is the ripple effect of joining the master classes. Once again, remember, this is not a religion. We are building minds. We are building global minds. We are building minds that can make a difference. I call on you today, leaders, in all sincerity, to join us, to stand with us. It's not going to be rosy. It's not going to be a wishful thinking, like we have just said concerning our faith. But we must dare to believe. Grow with us. We are all growing. Every time we come into these master classes, I see comments, leaders of different walks of life saying, you know what, this hit me. I think I can do better here. I'm motivated to lead more effectively, in my community. Let's grow together, leaders. Let us raise 10,000 transformational leaders. We can do it. We can do it. If we have 20 people on this call today, and each of you have 50 people in your community already, do you know how many people we can influence? And imagine if those people have another set of people in their community, it becomes a ripple effect of positive influence in our countries. Let's build systems. Let's build systems. Let's build systems. Systems are not easily destroyed when they are solid. So we want to build solid systems in the IEDF. Let's create opportunities. There are many businesses here today. Let's collaborate. Let's create opportunities in our communities. And that's why we know that the IEDF vision cannot die. The IEDF vision cannot die because when people come together to create opportunity, this opportunity will definitely influence, the citizenry, and there will be a change. We do not have to wait for anyone. Let's move in faith, my leaders. Let's move in faith. Do not be tired. That's why we are coming every week to discuss our vision. Remember, the consistent communication of the vision is actually what builds the mindset. So let's move in faith, because history does not remember those who waited. History only remembers those who built, those who believed on a vision, a conviction. They moved by faith, and they became leaders in their community. I'll always say, lead from behind. Look at the people you are leading, and let's be sure that we are meeting their expectations. Let's be sure that we are creating the needs that is needed in our communities today. Leaders, for every time we come to this masterclass, it's always inspirational to me, because we're coming and I'm seeing faces, I'm seeing names from different countries. These are possibilities. We can truly make the change that we desire in 2030. Everyone here is a man and woman of possibility. Let's continue in this mind. Let's continue in this vigor. Do not cower. Do not accept defeat. For every work you have done in your community, it also translates to your individual businesses. Let's build our businesses. Let's believe that the informal economy can actually create the highest GDPs in our countries. Let's change the mindset. Let that young woman know that she or he is valuable, in their work. Let's create dignity in labor in our communities. This is what leadership is all about. We must first of all believe in ourselves before anyone can believe in us. When our leader gave us an opening prayer, she said, May we get fundings and you know, like in one of the classes we shared, fundings come within us. If we do not believe in ourselves, we do not believe in our agenda, we don't carry our agenda with dignity, no one is going to fund you, no one is going to believe in you. So leaders, as you work in your community, as you work with your sectors, as you work with your leaders, and as you lead in your sector, lead with dignity, believe in this vision, and it will become a reality. I'd like to always thank you for joining in. I do respect your time. It's always a pleasure to represent the global president in these master classes. I always learn a lot in these master classes. Today, my faith has been built up. I'm not going to relent. I'm going to be working with each and every one of you. We will be training all our leaders. Apart from these master classes, we'll be having further classes for every sector that requires the training, you know, to build enough capacity. If we build capacity, our economies will change. There is no far-fetched principles to making a change. It's simple. Build capacity, build leaders, change the mindset. You know, strength is from within. Let's not look outside, let's look inwards. Leaders, thank you very much for attending. Let's continue believing in ourselves. In the next few days coming, our global president will also be on call. He will be talking to us about the next class. And I believe that we'll keep learning. Let's learn together. And that's the call. Let's keep learning together. Let's keep growing together. Let the words we share in this masterclass translate to improvement in your processes, in your organization. Let it, you know, contribute to your leadership skills in your organization. You must first of all lead yourself before you can lead others in your own capacity. So we believe that the change starts from within. Let's change our communities. Let's not just be observers. Let's be courageous. Let's lead with, you know, with intention, and we're not quitting, not at all. History will remember us because we dared to believe. Thank you so much, leaders. I believe that the next masterclass will be next week, Wednesday. We're looking forward to having every one of you. Please, leaders on this call, always share the link with others. Let everyone come in and learn what the IEDF is. If there's anything you must take away, it is what is our vision. You must know, what do we believe? We want to work together as a team to eradicate poverty. This is it for us. It's as simple as that. Just one clear statement: eradicating poverty in the year 2030. We have different structures we have created to get this done. We have sectors, we have leaders in different sectors in the IEDF space. Join a sector today if you are not in any one. The links will be sent to you. The form will be sent where you can join, contribute your quota in your community, lend your voice, lend that gift that God has given you to make Africa a better continent, and of course, contributing into global development. Leaders, I thank you so much once again for joining. I can see there is a hand raised. I'll give you a minute to just make your comment while, yes, please, you raised your hand, Mr. Nangler. Please go ahead. Are you raising your hand? Do you want to make a comment, please? All right, you can just write if you do not want to make a comment, if you don't want to unmute your mic and speak, please, you can write on the chat and we can read the messages in the chat. All right, good afternoon all, thank you. So if you do have a comment, oh, thank you so much, leader. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, leaders. We'll look forward to having you in our next masterclass, which is next week, Wednesday. Please, leaders, encourage your members. If you are new on the call, join the house. Let's build together. That's the call of action together today. Let's build systems. Let's create opportunities. Let's grow together, leaders. Let's stand with each other. We are a global family, and for every time we join, our faith is not about to be weakened. Our faith is growing stronger. We're not leaders who quit. We're not leaders who are not courageous. Let's build our communities. We're looking forward to your testimonies. We're looking forward to your small wins. Share your small wins. We're looking forward to hearing from you in the group. And we would definitely engage with you further to know where you can participate in this global call. Thank you so much, leaders, and have a beautiful day. Father, we look forward to seeing you next week, Wednesday. Once again, the same time. I want to use this opportunity to thank the Global President for giving me the opportunity to speak to you amazing leaders this afternoon, and continue leading in your environment, in your endeavors. Thank you so much, leaders, and God bless you. Bye.